So a little update. I have been without a pump on my filter for months now. Months. It's a TH, not an S. So I have been without a filter. So my filter hasn't been running, and I have put a filtration system on my pond to try and maintain good water quality. Well, to try and maintain some semblance of water quality. I took an old drum. Well, it wasn't an old drum. It's a crate that I used as a filter for my goldfish, and I basically used that and I put that on my pond. Now, that small drum, I keep calling it a drum, crate, is not gonna offer me sufficient filtration. But anyway, long story short, I finally was able to buy a new control panel for my pump. Because you see, what happened is that I bought this pump for 3,000 Rand, all right? And it worked for a month, and then it stopped working. Couldn't figure out why. And then the genius that I am decided to tamper with it to see what was wrong, and I broke the control panel further, and the company then refused to replace it. I had to buy a new control panel, which is, I'm not happy about it, but if I left well enough alone, then they might have replaced it. I don't know. But yeah, because I tampered with it, but I didn't, it broke before I started tampering with it, so keep that in mind. It broke, and yeah, and it took me, trying to negotiate whether they were going to replace my control panel or if I was going to have to buy a new one. This took months to sort out, and yesterday I finally went to pick up my stuff, and now I'm going to put it back on my pond. Now I have already drained out my pond. Now I'm going to install my pump, and I'm not looking forward to it because it is winter currently here in South Africa, despite the sun shining. So the water's going to be cold, and I have no boots. So I'm going to have to go in there with my naked feet, and hopefully it's not going to be too bad. So let's get started with that. Alright, so to just give you a basic idea of what it looks like, here's my pump. So my inlet is on that side, and this outlet goes to my filtration. Of course, I'm going to connect the pipes to that thing. Here's my control panel, the new one that cost 1,400 Rand for this little thing. It's ridiculous. So this whole system, if under normal circumstances, would be about 3,000 Rand. So it's basically half and half. You pay 1,500 for the pump and 1,500 for the control panel. And then the dealership recommended that I buy this surge plug or surge protector. I think those are the names you call it. So I just plug the pump into this thing, and that should help deal with my electricity problem, because of course here in South Africa our power goes on and off the whole time. Not gonna go into too much as to why we have load shedding, is what we call it. But if you live in South Africa, you know of the problem, and hopefully this little red box is gonna protect my pump so that it doesn't take damage from the rampant power outages. Now, before I take my pump to the pond, I would love to film the process of me installing it, but I don't have a cameraman, and there's no way I doubt there's gonna be an effective way for me to film how I am installing this pump exactly. I'm gonna see if I can demonstrate the basic idea behind it when I take the pump to the pond now, but I won't be able to film the actual process itself. So this part I am actually going to be able to film, but I hope I'm able to get everything in camera because I don't have a cameraman, so we're gonna have to make do. So first of all, there's this thing. You can see there's ridges inside, so this gets screwed onto the top. I'll demonstrate that now. All right, so there we go. I hope it's in frame. Well, let me flip the camera back. Okay, cool. And then we just turn. All right, that's nice and tight. Now it's time for this pipe. So it's the same, let's see. So it's the same process. I'm just gonna fasten it on top. So we're gonna turn it. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. And there it is, ready to be put in the pond. Now, of course, I figured while I'm busy installing the pump, I'm gonna catch out some of my fish and I'm gonna explain a little bit about them. But I'm not gonna put it on YouTube. I'm gonna put it on my TikTok because I get more reaction on TikTok. You know, a lot of people have been asking me for more koi stuff on TikTok, and you know, that's the platform where I am doing the best. YouTube, I simply don't get the views on YouTube that I do on TikTok because of YouTube's broken algorithm. So if you're interested in seeing some of my koi, you can follow my TikTok. I'm gonna see if I can put a link in the video below. If not, it's Ranger Homesteading. It's the same name as the YouTube channel. So if you guys are interested, you can check out there about the fish. Finally out of the pond. Man, that was freezing, but bearable. You know, I'm actually surprised with how bearable it was. I thought it was gonna be a lot worse, but everything's installed now. I need to remember what I wanted to say. Everything's installed. Now I just hope it works. So let's hope for the best. Currently the power is off. It should come on. Let me check on my phone. All right, in about 10 minutes, say, then I will see if it works or not. Happy days, it's working. Finally, after months, my fish have decent filtration again. Yeah, definitely, you know, filtration is so important. And yeah, and I can't believe it literally took me months to sort out my, what's the thing's name? Control panel. Took me months to sort it out. My poor fish. I've been trying to do water changes, trying to keep the water healthy for them, but as you can see, it's pea soup green. The water changes probably prevented a lot of problems, but you can't live on water changes alone. You have to have good filtration. But now, fortunately, it's finally a worry off my head.